Relationship goals right here on the Morning Galaxy with Pastor Simba Holoza. He is the founder and programs coordinator of Strong Bonds Marriage Africa. He's also an author of a book titled The Marriage Handbook and a pastor at Praise City Church. Topic: gift giving etiquette, how to give and receive gifts. We're also live on Facebook. Vagaspakere Pastor Glory.
Pastor Gloria, but also not so spark.
No,
she's not feeling well.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So takango mira twangopora. Then tobata kugadzirisa kana tugadzirisa.
Give us soon, Pastor Glory.
Yeah.
Saka makatomirire.
Takatomirira Viki.
Pastor Glory must be. When makamboti your love language munoda my gifts game. You say that, right?
My gifts.
Also, she knows it and she's been doing that.
Yes. She's been looking around for number Yana Denilson. If you have it, please pass it down to me. Oya Big Nash.
Yeah, Oya Big Nash. I tell you, son.
Yes.
Okay, punish na witika.
Yeah.
Takazo say praise kwa kani zuru. Tika chema muno.
Just remashuere.
Asa mnyezo ti believe it. Opasisi. Muno tuona say mbotunze.
Zvinzvemaza ndizvo kutenda waona.
Wo, mukatika
bad. Kuti maoko zvakataura Peter kuti ndoda kuona maoko ndo pakapinda here nechi
andi muri kuti dzidzisa ipo pano pa relationship goals zvirota vandudzika ka zviri kufamba.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much. Muri kuti believer.
Yeah, now I believe.
Leo muri kumbeliever.
Lewe I'm finding it hard to believe Lewe.
Okay, so let's get into it. Gift etiquette.
Yes. I chose this topic today because of reports that are reaching our desk. Obviously, there are my reports. They're coming in, from all over the corners of the country. Valentine's, Nezuro, and all that. So we are still assessing the reports. But what we can tell you, come on, this is not like a real report. But what we are learning is that Nezuro, some were not appreciated at all. They never got a gift. Some didn't meet the expectation. The gifts came through, but the expectation actually it wasn't met. Then some gifts didn't come at all. Some gifts were delivered to wrong destinations, and that's worrying.
Yeah.
Gift if I go end up kune small house, I end up kune big house. And I'm sure some people were in trouble because of that. And some. I'm told, these are just reports that we're getting. I'm told some they didn't deliver or they didn't give gifts because they were too spiritual about the whole thing. They just said so these are the reports that we're getting. But the good thing is that if you thought it was wrong to spoil your person yesterday on the 14th of February, now you've got an opportunity to do it outside the 14th of February. Today is 15th February, so you can go ahead and gift your person with something nice. Okay. So what I have also learned throughout the whole build-up towards Valentine's and yesterday, I learned that there are different types of gifts. So number one type of gifts is what I would want to call imagined gifts. Now, remember I said, according to the reports that we're getting, some gifts never arrived. The cows didn't come home. The gifts didn't come home. Right. It remained an imaginary gift in the mind of the would-be receiver. In the moon, heartbreak from yesterday. They'd imagined, they'd created a picture, a mental picture, seeing someone coming through with a bunch of flowers, someone coming through, or just getting a call
saying wow. I think that's the painful part for people. Yes.
Hearing you doing the wows yesterday, you did it more than 10 times or so. And they were left out of the whole show, out of the whole big show that was there on the 14th Nezuro. So I want to believe that there are some gifts that I want to call imagined gifts. They never materialized. They are still there in one's mind. That's why it's very important for you when you sit down with your person, probe them, try to understand with what kind of a gift do they think is a perfect gift according to them. It's very important that you get that revelation or that knowledge. The number two, there are gifts that I call re-gifts. My gifts oguti wapuwa gift kubasa. kune makambani anopa magifts kubasa. It could be a diary, it could be a branded mug, coffee mug, and then you take the same coffee mug, yakanzi Star FM, you pass it to your loved person. I don't think it is the same. It is a big value, when one receives something that they know good, it was not meant for them, it was meant for the giver, and then the giver decided to pass it down to me. So I call them re-gifts. And the receivers of gifts, they know. They know that this gift was just merely passed down to me. The person who's giving me this gift, it was never their idea, it was never in their plans. So they can catch you on that. Then there are some gifts that I call no effort gifts. The thing with gifts is also the effort behind the gift that
so
you've
true
brought.
So true.
So if there's no effort, if the gift is thoughtless, then I call it a no effort gift. So ask yourself this question: if you are going to give a gift that really means a lot to your person, how much effort did you put into that? Then number 4 kind of a gift, show off gifts. And I'm sure we saw plenty of them yesterday. I mean, the reason behind all that is just that you want to show off. It's just for you. There are some people that give gifts not for the person who's receiving, but for themselves, so that they feel good, so that everyone talks about them and about how big the gift was. So it's a narcissistic approach of giving a gift. And many of us are actually trapped in that. When we give, we are giving not because of the person who's receiving, but because of us. Then number 5, I also noted that there are what I'm calling, because this is a name that I just came up with today, rather the phrase, what I'm calling rush hour gifts. My gifts are associated with certain periods, certain times of the year. These are rush hour gifts. Are they bad? No, they are okay. But there's also a downside to that. You find that most of these gifts now are low quality because they are produced in mass. Mass production. So they are low quality. I'm sure we saw maybe yesterday, some of the gifts were not really meeting the standard because they were produced in mass.
Yeah.
I won't mention which particular gifts, but there was just a rush, So I call them rush hour gifts. And they tend, by the way, to be expensive. Yeah, if you check with my florists, they'll tell you during this time of the year, or simply just before, shortly before the Valentine's Day, the price of my roses actually shoots up. Even twice as much, when you compare to the normal pricing. Saka, they tend to be very expensive. So don't wait for rush hour gifts. You can actually gift your person on another day, which is not Valentine's Day. Let's normalize that going forward.
I guess if we then normalize it before Valentine's, then I won't take offense.
Yes.
Where my person gives me anytime. I used to be like in that way, you're not then so fussy when I use Valentine's, like any day when I was going to go to church surprise,
Exactly.
So but then I won't catch tank it up. So Valentine's without in that occupy any day. I teach storage, I teach gamchi.
Yeah. Then there are also gifts that I call meaningless gifts. It doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
It's a gift, yes, but does it mean anything to me? No. So when you're giving, look at that. Is this gift going to mean something to the person that I'm giving this particular gift? Otherwise, it will be a meaningless gift. Then there are the last one, which is very important. I call it a good and perfect gift. I learned this from the Bible. I learned this from the best gift giver ever, who is God. And God says that a good and perfect gift, that's the Bible, right?
Yes.
A good and a perfect gift comes from the above. Comes from above. It comes from God.
From the Father of the heavenly lights.
Yes.
Who does not change like shifting shadows.
Yes. So he gives a good and perfect gift. And we must emulate that. We must try as much as possible to try and match that standard. And try to evaluate the kind of a gift that you're passing down to your person. Is this a good and perfect gift? Or it's a meaningless gift to the person that I'm giving? Remember, when we talk of marriage, we talk of two people. And these two people must be, or let me say they can be either takers or givers. If you're in marriage, either you're a taker or a giver. A taker is what we would want to call a what's in it for me mentality. You're good, okay, I'm getting into this thing, so I must get 1, 2, 3 things out of this. It's more like a deal. We are cutting a deal in a marriage, I'm going to get this and that. But if you are a giver now, you ask yourself this question every day of your married life. What must I give to my person? What must I do? What must I provide to make them happy? That's a giver mentality. And this is my biggest prayer. If you are in marriage, please cast away the taker mentality. The what's in it for me mentality. You'll be frustrated.
Marriage.
Yeah, because you are married to an imperfect person. You are married to an imperfect person who might not be able to provide all your needs according to what you have said, this is my standard. So leave that room for disappointment. My person might not be 98% correct and all that, but be in fact have that giver mentality. I'm the one who should be doing something. What can I do to make my person happy? Imagine you have two people that are both givers. What a marriage, what a relationship. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
So let's build a culture of giving. Don't wait for a specific day. Yesterday was just a rehearsal. I mean, you can't say Guti because you bought a bunch of flowers for the next 365 days. Yesterday was just probably a reminder, a dress rehearsal of what is expected from a thriving relationship. A thriving relationship is made up of two people that are both givers. Every day of their lives, they're asking, what must I give? And when I say what must I give, I'm not just restricting that to material stuff. But it's not material. You know, you can give your time, you can give acts of service, you can give a lot of things. Let's just be givers. I think that's the lesson that I take from yesterday. Kuti, can we carry the same spirit of giving into the next year and the year after? And definitely we enjoy our marriages. And one thing that we must also know is that a good gift communicates that I know you. Ndo basa re gift ro ku communicate out ndinokuziva. No just kuti ndinokuda.
Yeah, ndinokuziva.
Kuda munhu nokuziva munhu zvakasiyana.
That's
unogona kuda munhu but you don't know them. Unogona kuda munhu at first sight, and it, like they say, loving someone at first sight. But does that translate to you knowing them intimately and knowing them, you know, knowing their vulnerabilities, knowing what they like, their love maps and all that? It doesn't. So you need to know your person. So that when you are giving them a gift, you know exactly what their preferences are. But the question always is, do you really know your person? Because your gift must communicate to that person that I know what you want. That's why I got you this. But because we know what is trending and we're giving them according to what is trending on that particular day. Untodzwana salesperson uti zvikudiwa nasikana ndeizvi mazuvano zvikudiwa nakumana ndeizvi mazuvano handiti paidedzerwa ma-PS5 tesitangodedzerawo ma-PS5 tisingazivi kuti chii chiri kumbotaura nezve-PS5 ndikudawo PS5, but you're not a games person. So it's important for your person to know what interests you. That's why we are big on talking about love maps. If you're going to love someone, understand the maps, understand how they are wired, understand what interests them, understand what they like, understand what they don't like. So the gift should reflect how much you know your spouse. Smile yakakuratiza nezuro. It's a clear indication you hit the right chord. You know exactly what they want. So it's very important for us to have that in our mind as we give. Because a gift that is bought and presented, personal a thought, is a thoughtless gift. Sorry to say that. You know, you must put something in that gift. You thought about me. You thought about me. That's what matters. It's not even about the value. It's not about kutichatengwa kupi. But the fact you thought about me. You knew you could not afford a bunch of flowers. And then tema maruva, even a pamba, and you nicely packaged them into a lovely bouquet and you presented to me on your knees. I mean, that goes a long way. That goes a long way. So I want us to quickly look at some of the things that you must consider. Number one, if you're getting a gift, you must understand your person's personality and preferences. If she's a saver, she'll be thinking of the prices. Unompa gift anokufara but batanga kufunga ega utaumana chincha costa
Maria Buddha baba.
Achafara sakabata bunch ma flower and you shout joy say and it in I'm married to a saver. I have to be very careful when I'm buying a gift for Pastor Glory because I know she will be looking for the receipt somewhere. How much did it really cost? Then number two, be sensitive to your prevailing situation. Mumbori patame agaita say, know where you are in life. What stage are you in? Kana fees saza badarwa, pani zvinhu singazo make sense. Kana renti sata badarwa, pani mama gifts asingazo make sense. So know where you are. Then number three.
Okay, so you know so doughty. I was grateful, but then it's not making sense.
Exactly. Then number three, consider the element of surprises. There are some like us who love to have my surprise parties or to be surprised with gifts. Ish, I want surprises weekend anyway. This is me.
Kind of ones, wow.
Lewe, you also part of this. I like that.
Yeah, but then Janezuro, guys, it was really real.
Oh.
Hey. When they told you, Lewe, we were live. You can tell my face. Like, it was that real. I'm telling you.
Weekend I'm a pastor. I don't want to be part of a big lie.
No.
Please tell me the truth. Okay, I'll say the pictures.
The one, yes. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So number four, there must be also a touch of personal creativity. In whatever you're trying to give. It's like a fingerprint kako. Kweto go phonera boys and this guy. Kana go phonera mskana ngoti please itasoso. You must also show to my fingerprints twako. That's why my DIY gifts actually speak more than other gifts. So try as much as possible. If it's writing a message, let it be handwritten if you can. Be personally involved. Says Mary was personally involved in the coming of Jesus Christ to us. Give a gift in order to open a fingerprint kako. You can have your home cooked dinner. Then number 5, you may want to go for quality instead of quantity. Look for quality. Go for quality. It may not be about quantity. Then number 6, consider a just because gift. Yongota ausumswa 14. Apana zaitika kungounzira mun gift. I've seen that such kind of gifts actually more powerful. When someone least expects it, wakumunzira gift. It's very important. I mean, yesterday everyone was waiting for Denilson, for Big Nash, for all those things. Every woman, every man was waiting for some kind of surprise. Imagine also it was a surprise there. Nas. What kanganwa.
Oh.
It's not like it's a say.
Yeah.
You know, every musician was waiting for a message from say. Or a call from say. But that didn't happen. Number 7.
That's funny.
Number 7, give according to your ability. Give out of what you have. Some people end up stealing. We saw those pictures circulating. Some people end up getting into debt, serious debt. Kana usirimbada panguva iyo ya usimbada. Garapasi nguva yako chasvika. Give according to what you have. Give according to what you have. Then number 8, consider what